This passage from A Course in Miracles is called Time and Eternity. I'll skip around a little bit like I normally do, but I just wanted to share this beautiful little piece with you I read this morning. When I said, I come as a light into the world, I meant that I came to share the light with you. Remember my reference to the ego's dark glass, and remember also that I said, do not look there. It is still true that where you look to find yourself is up to you. Your patience with your brother is your patience with yourself. Is not a child of God worth patience? Now you must learn that only infinite patience produces immediate effects. This is the way in which time is exchanged for eternity. Infinite patience calls upon infinite love, and by producing results now, it renders time unnecessary. We have repeatedly said that time is a learning device to be abolished when it is no longer useful. The Holy Spirit, your cellular respiration, who speaks for God and time, also knows that time is meaningless. He reminds you of this in every passing moment of time, because it is his special function to return to eternity and remain to bless your creations there. He is the only blessing you can truly give because it is truly blessed. Because he has been given you freely by God, you must give him as you received him. And it just reminds me of like infinite patience. You know, when you want to get angry or mad, you're preserving all of your minerals in your body, preserving your magnesium, your potassium, your calcium. You know, when you choose patience, like there's this guy named Peter Crone, if you never heard of him, and he said, it's really easy to be patient with everyone if you just picture them like, even adults, like they have a grown-up body, but inside they're really only like 3 or 4 years old, you know, and always looking for love. That's why people get angry, because they're only just confused. And I feel like that's hard sometimes to remember, but time and eternity, patience, like Einstein said, I've always been saying this a lot lately. Einstein said, space-time is bent within the presence of matter and energy. So by getting angry and depleting nutrients, you are depleting your matter and your energy, and time seems to speed up. Like the aging process speeds up when we are in our stress response. When we don't have the minerals and the nutrients we need, the body has to work harder, and we age faster. And I like the book Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers by Robert Sapolsky as a reference to how the stress response ages us quickly, leads to depression and other neurological disorders. And then I also like the book Breath by James Nestor, because it talks about, like, that book changed my whole life. Breath by James Nestor, it talked about how just slowing your respiratory rate down changes your whole biochemistry. And then, of course, it just reminds me of A Course in Miracles, because it's constantly talking about the battle between, this book it talks about the ego. You're either choosing the ego or God, heaven or hell, tension in the body or relaxation. And while I read this, I'm constantly translating it to the biology. So when it talks about the ego, I automatically attribute that to cortisol, the stress response. And when it talks about God and quantum physics, I had a tough time getting used to the term God, because I grew up Catholic and then became atheist. And now physics, they talk about God as the quantum field, and the field that connects all things. And when we are in a state of tension, we have a wall and a boundary up to all of the energy that could be not only flowing out but also coming in. So the quantum field and God is a sense of peace and ability to relax and be in your greatest sense of vitality, essentially. You know, when you're not relaxed, your nervous system, everything, your biochemistry is at a place of peace. And that's what this book is constantly talking about. But of course, I always translate it into the biochemistry, because I don't think I would have been able to read this book and understand it or take it seriously at all if I would have not come across the fact that the biology is teaching spirituality, you know, because I'm pretty stubborn. I just wanted to read you, in case you've never heard the book. This is the introduction. This is a course in miracles. It is a required course. Only the time you take it is voluntary. Free will does not mean that you can establish the curriculum. It means only that you can elect what you want to take at any given time. The course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. This course can therefore be summed up very simply in this way. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. And I just think it's so beautiful. I love this book. I try to read a little bit of it each morning. But anyway, I hope that's helpful for you. And I hope that you have a beautiful day. Check out Peter Crone if you haven't ever listened to him. He's pretty well known and such a peaceful guy to listen to if you've never heard of him. So anyway, you can like, share, and subscribe. But I will catch you later.